What's going on, my babies? This is the part 2 of my favorite childhood toys. Aww. So, first off, excuse me, let me clear my throat. Jeez Louise, Papa Cheese. First off, we're going to be looking at the real Ghostbusters. That's right, the real Ghostbusters from 1986 Kenner Scare Feature with Egon, Winston, Ray, and Venkman. So they each have their own unique little scare feature. As you can see, their proportions are a little weird. It was the 80s, it was the Ghostbusters, deal with it. But they do, for lack of all of the paint and accessories they came with, have one awesome feature each. So for Venkman here, you got, oh! Oh! So you can see his eyes pop out, his jaw drops, and his hair shoots up. Pretty cool. I can specifically remember playing with this guy more than any other. I don't know why, but he always appealed to me. Maybe because he was Venkman. He was the man. And we got Ray here. Got his Ghostbuster shirt. He got a little paunch going on. His little dad bod. And his scare feature is, whoa! Whoa! So he's got the elongated eyes. His ears shoot up. Once again, his hair is wanting to fly away. Sweet, sweet baby Ray. Next, we got Winston. What's going on, Winston? So he has the Jabba the Hutt face going on with his mouth agape. He's got the purple and the yellow, and he's got a little cell phone holder there. Psh, yeah, right. 1986. But his scare feature is this. Whoa! 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 Next, my second favorite, because he's so nerdy, and he's got that sweet-ass pompadour on there, his glasses hanging off his nose, and those pearly, pearly baby blue eyes. Striking. His scare feature is this. Oh! So pretty cool. Neck juts out, his tie, or whatever this is, comes up. Jaw drops, but he is the only one, or no, I guess he's the second one, where his hair doesn't fly up. I like it when their hair flies up. Just a little secret. Alright, so there's the first of my favorite childhood toys. Next up, let's just go ahead and get old Panic out of the way, because I know he's nervous thinking about being on camera. So you can see he's got the witch's eyeball, and he's freaking out. He's got that worried look on his face. He does have some articulation in the neck, in the torso, and the feet. Unbelievable. This is a McDonald's toy. When did this come out? Anyway, it came out. Panic, Hercules, 97. Boom! What's up? Okay, there you go. Let's keep the McDonald trains a-rolling and take a look at these sweet-ass nuggets. I only have 3 of them. I know there's quite a few more. I want to say like 4 or 5 more. But these are the McNugget Buddies from 1992. Halloween McNugget Buddies. So you got a furry little spider. You have this rocking weird science dude. And of course you got the witch. Awesome Blossom. Got a little microphone. Love the neon green that's see-through. Translucent, if you will. Got some Disney songs going on in the background, if you can hear them. Alright. So next up, for McDonald's, is Tailspin. I remember having these. I think there was one more. I want to say the bad guy, or maybe he was the mechanic or something. But I feel like he was a lion. I can't remember his name, but you got Kit, Baloo, and Molly, and the propellers spin, and they swivel at the torso. But pretty cool. Hope this is jarring some of your childhood loose as I show these off. Now this blew my mind. I completely forgot about this line when I saw them at the Dallas... No, this is at the Lost Toys Toy Swap. I found these. The Berenstain Bears. So you got Papa Berenstain and Mama and Baby Boy with his scooter. She has a yellow, like, flower basket kind of cart that she pushes, and he has a wheelbarrow, and there also is the daughter, and she comes in like a wagon, like a red flyer wagon or something like that, but couldn't find her. But super excited to find these. I specifically remember having these as a kid and reading all of the books. I even think that they had a cartoon for a short while, if I'm correctly mistaken. But yeah, these are actually McDonald's toys, and I didn't know that. I guess I completely blocked that out. But they're like a squishy dog toy plastic, but then all their heads are flocked, which is really, really cool. I wonder how many other things McDonald's has flocked with their toys. If you know, let me know. But let's see, when did these come out? 1986, so these definitely have some years on them. But I'll have to keep a lookout for their accessories and, of course, the daughter. So, pretty cool. Alright, and if you remember, last time I had the Barney Flintstones, or I know it's Barney Rubble, but it's part of the Flintstones line. And yeah, these came in cereal boxes, so I finally found the Fred. It had some whiteout put on for the eyes, trying to fix it, and it had pin marks everywhere. So it's been through some shit, but hey, it's an older figure. Look at that, 1987. So for this guy to survive that long and be this kind of eraser type fragile material, I'm lucky to even have this guy, in my opinion. So it's just, these are like the little stuff that just really drives home the nostalgia factor for me. Things that I forgot as a kid, and as soon as you see them, it just hits that, it scratches that itch. You know what I mean? And then I thought this was really cool. Muppet Babies Gonzo. He was always my favorite. He was wacky. On the Muppet Babies, he was still kind of crazy, always getting into mischief. But he always had a big nose, and I had a big nose. Have a big nose, but especially as a kid, because I was super, super skinny, and so it stuck out like a sore thumb, or a huge nose on a skinny kid. So, but anyways, I always related to him in the weirdest of ways. But pretty cool to have him in such good condition. He looks great, so I was very excited to pick him up for no more than 2 pence. Next up, this was one that as soon as I started thinking about, because I used to collect the Troll doll line, and I would obviously, well, not obviously, because you can do whatever you want, whatever makes you happy, but I collected more of the boys line. There's like Battle Trolls and the Stone Protectors, I want to say is their name, but they were like shorter. They had like TMNT legs and big muscular arms with troll faces, but they had like the stones as like a necklace or a hat or something like that. I can't really remember, but I specifically, I was laying in bed and I was like, okay, what do you remember from your childhood? Think back. And then all of a sudden, this guy popped into my head, but it was that fuzzy, kind of blurry image where you can't really picture them. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get on eBay. And I just put in Troll Dinosaur and boom, popped right up. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, holy shit, that's it. So I got this guy for like, I want to say $7 or something like that. But completely worth it. The hair is still really, really good on it. You can see that they took good care of it. And I always just thought it was a really cool line to collect because they were small, they were relatively inexpensive. And it was like, you know, whenever you went to a store as a kid and you would kind of feel your parents out, like, what toy could I get away with? That they would just be like, okay, I just want to shut him up so he stops asking. And I felt like the Troll line was that for me. So, anyways, I thought he was really cool. So there you go. I have to come up with a name for him. And then next is the... what do they call these things? I wrote it down here. The Quack Up line. This is the McDonald's Quack Up line Taz from 1992. So I think it came with Daffy and Bugs and someone else, but they would each have their own little thing. And as you can see, when Taz bumps into stuff, he spins around because he's the Tasmanian Devil, and he's just quick as shit. So pretty cool. Now let's get into the good stuff. Oh yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Let's give it up for Pennsylvania. I don't know what he says right there, but it's something like that. So this is the 1994 Lion King from Mattel, featuring the fighting action of adult Simba, and you can try him. So you can so he's fighting Scar right there. Look how angry he is. Oh my goodness. And then the rest of the line, you got Scar with fighting action, so he can lose. You got Mufasa. You have Rafiki with young Simba. You have battle action Banzai and Zazu. And you have comic action Pumbaa and Timon. I would definitely like to get those. I want to see what their comic action is. But yeah, I know the card's not in the greatest shape. It's got some dings, it's got some warps, it's got some chips of the paint away. But you know what? It's the Lion King, and it's in a card, and it's awesome. So definitely on the lookout for the rest of those. Alrighty, right. Next we have the Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice? When did Beetlejuice come out? 1989. So the card is definitely warped, but still in good condition. So I might try to flatten it with a book or some sort of heavy, flat material. But pretty cool. I remember having this guy, and he was one of my pocket toys. Anytime I go somewhere, I just shove him in my pocket and ready to go. So this is the Showtime Beetlejuice action figure with Rotten Rattler. Ooh, what a weird line for kids. I mean, that's creepy. I mean, I know I'm kind of a wimp when it comes to scary stuff, but for kids, this really dealt with a lot of death. So, oh, that's cool. Look at that. He's got his bed, and he actually sleeps in it. It's like a coffin or something, or a graveyard. That's what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna have to collect the rest of these. I always hated him, Otho. Maybe because he's Otho the Obnoxious, but I don't know. The actor really bugged me as a kid, and the fact that they were all into modern art and all that bullshit. P.S. I did get my art degree. I can say that. And last but certainly not least is the Beetlejuice Harry the Haunted Hunter with the terrible tarantula. So you can see you can remove the head to show the shrunken skull underneath. And I always remember this guy sitting next to him in the waiting room to get into hell or purgatory or wherever they were at. And then Beetlejuice tried to switch ticket number so he could get in faster for some reason. And then he got his head shrunken. So this one was always pretty wacky, pretty cool. and it looks like what's his name? President Roosevelt. I knew I'd get there. Good job, Kyle. But yeah, so there you go. There's part 2 of my childhood toys. I certainly hope y'all enjoyed this little film I made. And stop on back next time. Holler if you hear me.